So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna start creating a new project according to instructions. Let's open the instructions. So it says create a new project 800 by 600 white, and then locate the toolbar on the left. Wait a minute. All right, I think I have a little glitch here. Why it's not showing up? 1 second, guys. Restart my computer. Let me restart my computer. Oh. Okay, fine. I'll fix the instructions later, guys. You can just follow me because you do it with me, right? Okay. Let's R5, FT, and P. All right. Anyways, so this is what we're gonna do today, guys. Okay. Can you guys see the screen, everybody? Who cannot see it? Who doesn't see it? Jason, can you see it easily? So let's click on create new project. Set the sizes to a typical what we always do, 800 by 600. So what is 800 by 600? It is the size of your canvas, right? Canvas size. All right. Now, we're not going to change the background color. It is white by default. So let's click on create. Now, we're going to look at these two tools here, guys. Look on the left upper corner. It says select tool. You see? And then what's the shortcut? Can you see the shortcut? Letter M. So when you click on M, you actually get this tool, but however, there is two tools in there. So how do you get to the second tool? You have to click on that tool and then hold your mouse, and then when this pops up, you can switch between. So we have a rectangle tool and we have an ellipse tool. Okay, so let's use a rectangle select tool. Well, as from its name, select means I'm selecting portions. For example, imagine you have a big picture. You want to cut out a portion of that picture. Let's say you want to cut out a small square from that picture. So that's where you use this tool. Okay, you select that portion. It will allow you to cut it out. Okay, that's what select is. Now let's use rectangle. All right. So let's draw a rectangle in the middle of the screen like this. And then what you're going to see is, you see, the edges of my rectangle are kind of glowing, like dotted glows. Can you guys see it? So that indicates it is selected. All right. When you guys see that, so again, I selected a rectangle in the middle of my screen using this tool. Now, what we're going to do next is, before you guys do anything, we have to make it into a new layer right now. Okay, how are we going to do that? Make a right click on your mouse, or you can also do two finger touches on your mouse pad, and then you have to get this menu. When you have that menu, you're going to click which one to make it a new layer? New layer. There we go. There. All right. So you see I have another layer here. There was one, now it's two. At this point, I want to color this selection. I want to make it into a certain color. So to color it, I have to use fill tool. The shortcut for fill tool is letter G, or it is here. Okay, letter G, or it's here. So for coloring, I have two options, guys. One, paint bucket tool, which literally paints it into very solid color. That's bucket fill tool. And I also have gradient. All right. Before we talk about what is gradient, let me show you how bucket tool works. So let's click on this tool. All right. Pick paint bucket tool. And then it's going to color it to certain color. Which color do you think it's going to color it to? Like, look at my screen. You guys see here? See that square right there? So that tells me what color it is. If you want to change the color, you guys can click on that front square, choose your color. I'm going to go with green. And then just click on your selected tool. You see, it becomes green. Does it make sense? All right. At this point, this is what I need to do. If you guys look at the edges of my square, it is still glowing. So I need to cancel that glowing. Otherwise, I cannot do anything else. So how do we cancel that glowing? It's actually in the instructions. But since I know it, I'm going to tell you what it is. It is deselect. The shortcut for canceling the selection is Control D. I repeat, to cancel this glowing, I have to click on Control D. You actually have it under select here. If you go down here, you see deselect. Control D. Okay? Second, so since we make the rectangle on a different layer and it's been deselected, it is so. I actually can move it around. Look, if you switch to letter, if you click on letter V, which stands for move, okay, not doesn't stand, but it's a shortcut for move tool. So letter V will allow you to move this shape around. Okay, see, I'm able to move it around. If you press on letter V. Now, what we're gonna do next, Liam, is we are going to use ellipse now. So let's click on this shape again. Okay, hold it and then pick ellipse select. All right, you guys have it? Now we're gonna make an elliptical selection like this. And again, we are going to make right click, make it into a new layer, right? And now, instead of bucket tool, I'm going to use gradient. So, who knows what gradient is? Yes, what is it? Yes, you're right, Mason. Thank you. So, gradient means it has several colors. It's a transition of one color to another. Like, what was that called when it rains? What shows up when it rains? Rainbow, yeah, like a rainbow. All right, it transitions from color to color. So let's see how it works. Now, is it glowing? Is the edges of my ellipse are glowing? It is, right? So it's gonna stay like that. So now let's go to bucket fill tool, which we had here. This time I'm not gonna use bucket fill. I'm gonna use gradient. So when you use gradient, you need to draw a line inside the shape. So here, I'm gonna start from here. Oh, okay, from here to here. You see, I'm drawing a line. I'm drawing a transition line, Daniel and Jason. All right, you see, color transition. Now you can change it. If you don't like the green color, you can go here. You see this? There's a little bar up there. You can click and then change the colors. For instance, you could have done, click on the square, change the color to blue, and then it's going to transition to another color. Let's say it transitions to yellow. Okay. And now we can have that, make that happen. Again, draw a line like this. This time it's going to transition from blue to yellow, as you can see. And then we need to cancel the selection. The cancel selection happens with a shortcut. It is Control D, or you can go to select and then deselect. Control D or deselect. And again, I'm able to move it around. So you see my oval rectangle. I can move them around like this. All right. So one final thing we're gonna do today is we have ellipse, we have a rectangle, Daniel, and I need your attention, guys, because I'm not gonna repeat it another time. So now I'm going to combine ellipse with rectangle. Okay, combining two selections. Now, how are we gonna do that? Just get the rectangle, make a small rectangle on the bottom of your page like this. All right. So it is glowing. You see. Now what we need to do is we need to use a key called Shift on your keyboard. So hold down Shift. Don't let go. Hold it down. While you're holding down the Shift, you're gonna switch to circle, ellipse, and then you add a ellipse next to it, and then you will see that when you let go, it's gonna be combined. You see, they're combined. All right, and then hold Shift down again. Add another ellipse here. You see, it's a different shape. Make a right click, new layer, and then color it either gradient or bucket fill, whatever you feel comfortable. So gradient, let me do a different type of gradient, guys. I'm gonna do, let's say green. I'm gonna double click and add another line here. This one I'm gonna make red, and then the third one is gonna be yellow. So you see, two color transitions. I created two color transitions. I'm gonna click on OK. All right, draw a line like this, and there is my shape. And Control D. Now, how many shapes I have? 1, 2, 3. Let's move them around. All right. So let's move them around with a V tool. 1, 2, 3. So you have to have 3 shapes in total. Ellipse, rectangle, and an ellipse combined with rectangle. Then you are going to save it, export it as JPG, and just attach it to your Google Classroom.